Now tonight, before my opinion is this, that everything, now I know that God can do things that's not written in this Bible. He's done it all through the ages. He does things that He has got written in His Word. What if the people wanted to be real fundamental and tell Moses, when he lifted up the brass serpent for divine healing, what did he say? Now let me go back through the writings and find out if it was ever predicted that they'd raise up a brass serpent. They couldn't find it, but God did it anyhow. You believe it? Amen. What if the man at the pool of Bethesda, where an angel came down and troubled the waters, what if some guy wanted to be so fundamental that he'd say, now wait a minute, let me look in the Holy Scriptures and find out if there'd ever be an angel come down on water and trouble the water. They couldn't have proved it by the Bible, but God did it anyhow. Is that right? What about when they laid in the shadow of Peter and was made well? That's a great deal of the writing of the New Testament. What if they had ever said, let me see if it's written in the Word that they'll lay in the shadows of a man and be healed? They couldn't have proved it, but God did it anyhow. Is that right? How about in Acts 19 when Paul taken handkerchiefs off of his body and aprons and sent to the sick? What if somebody say, no, that's not written in the Bible, but God did it anyhow? See? That's right. So God works in mysterious ways His wonders to perform. But to me, the basic of all of it has to come first from the Scripture. God's eternal Word, that's the basis of salvation. That's the basis of divine healing. Some man said to me here some time ago, said, do you preach divine healing on the basis of the atonement? I said, you couldn't preach it no other way. The only way it can be taught. Any redemptive blessing has to come from the atonement. He said, Brother Branham, I believe that you're a sensible man enough to admit if you're proven wrong. I said, thank you for your compliment, and that's in my heart. I never want to be wrong, because if I'm wrong in leading people, I'm leading them wrong. But first it's got to be proven by this that I'm wrong, you see. He said, well, I'll prove it to you you're wrong, and I believe if you see it, you'll accept it. I said, certainly I would. And he said, do you take it over there where Isaiah said about by stripes we're healed and so forth, and He bore our sickness and infirmity? I said, yes, sir. And he said, look, Brother Branham, Matthew, the 8th chapter, said that they brought to Jesus the sick and afflicted, and He healed them that it might be fulfilled, which is spoken by Isaiah the prophet. I said, do you allow that to the atonement? He said, certainly. I said, brother, that was a year and 6 months before Jesus died. I said, how could it be allowed in the atonement then? If that be the truth, the atonement was more powerful before it ever come into effect than it is after it's in effect. Well, how are you going to do that? So you see, I tell you, the